Hey, welcome to Marauderz versus Moroes. We're going to do a little walkthrough here on how to take out Moroes. He's the second boss of Karazhan, so we'll get ready here. As you can see, we're marking up the adds right now. The triangle and the star are going to be shackled by our two priests, and then we're going to burn down the X and the skull, and then move to Moroes. As you can see here, me and the main tank are pulling back Moroes here. I'll let him get a little aggro so I can be second on the list here for a minute. If we look in the background, our DPS is taking out the skull right now, and we have two shackles back there. So we just try to shackle the two hardest ones to kill. So in this case we had Paladin, and then we had a warrior. So those ones take the longest to kill, so we just shackle those and keep them shackled throughout the fight, and burn down the two priests. Always burn down the shadow priest first, because she likes to mana burn your priest or your other healers, and then that makes for a pretty short fight. Alright, so the reason we have two tanks on Moroes here is, as you'll see, periodically the one of the tanks will get gouged or get blind on him, because he is a rogue, and then he'll drop all aggro off of you, so you have to watch out for that and have to have two tanks so he drops onto the next tank. Just make sure that your DPS stays below the two tanks, otherwise he'll go straight for them once he gouges or blinds the tank that's currently on him. Alright, in here he'll do Vanish, and then he'll do Garrote on one of the raid members. It's a move that does a significant amount of damage over about 5 minutes. If you get it on one of your healers, it can be a really bad thing. If you have Paladins, they can Blessing to Protection the healer. Since it is a physical damage attack, then that will remove it for him. Like you see there, I just got Garrote. Since I'm one of the tanks, I can't Blessing of Protection or anything like that because it'll drop my aggro, so they just have to heal through it. If it was on a mage or something like that, mages can use Ice Block if they're a frost mage. There's a few different racial things that can get out of it. Stone form can get out of it, I believe. And then paladins can obviously bubble out of it. So just make sure you keep up your crowd control. In this case, we have two shackles from our priests. Just keep those up. They like to break the shackles and stuff like that. There's also some of the adds, before you kill the first two adds, some of them will dispel the shackles. So you just have to really be paying attention for that. Our main healer is a priest, and he just shackles every about 4 casts. He reshackles them. So that's what we do there. There's also multiple different types of crowd control you can do in here, including you can ice trap. If you have a good hunter, you can just chain ice trap them. And also paladins can chain fear them. Works best if you have 2 paladins or so. We've also tried ice trapping, and then when the ice trap's on cooldown, we'll fear him, and then we'll ice trap him again after that fear. But just the most reliable we've found is the shackle, because we can keep that up the whole time. Alright, at any point during the fight, if you don't think you're going to make it, if one of your healers dies, main tank dies, too many people get Garrote, anything like that, you can exit the room, go back into the ballroom, and the adds will reset. Also at this point, now that Moroes is dead, if we wanted to, we could just run out of the room and let one of the adds go out of the room, and the adds would reset, and then Moroes would still be there and we could loot him. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward fight. Just make sure you keep up your crowd controls, have enough DPS to burn down those first 2 adds. If you have the Shadow Priest, make sure you burn down her real fast so that you don't get anybody mana burn. Also rogues and classes that can interrupt, make sure when she does mana burn you interrupt that so that you don't have a priest that's out of mana. The mana burn hits for like 8k of your mana and then like 4k damage on you, so it really is not a good thing to get on one of your priests or healers. Alright, this fight's kind of winding down here. Once this guy's dead, all we have left to do is loot Moroes. Thanks for watching, guys. This was Marauderz on Anub'arak, bringing you a how-to on Moroes. Hope you guys have some good luck and have some fun.